it was it was impossible say no to Chelsea because they were with me, uh, supporting me because in summer I had I suffered a lot, because.
Every great team needs an elite defensive midfielder, a player who controls the game, breaks up attacks, dictates the tempo. And right now, in my humble opinion, there's no player who does it better than Moises Caicedo. But what makes him so special? I'm gonna break it down. And don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and that notification bell. We're back, family. In the summer of 2023, Moises Caicedo made headlines with one of the most dramatic transfer sagas in recent history. After an outstanding season at Brighton, where he played a pivotal role in the midfield, Caicedo became one of the most sought-after sixes in Europe. Both Liverpool and Chelsea aggressively pursued the Ecuadorian, with Liverpool initially agreeing to a £111 million deal. However, Caicedo had his heart set on Chelsea, rejecting Liverpool's advances and waiting for the Blues to finalize a deal. Chelsea eventually secured the signature of a record-breaking £115 million fee, making Caicedo the most expensive signing in Premier League history at the time. That caused a lot of stir. People didn't think he was worth it. Well, I have the stats to prove that he's worth it and even more. What you want to see with a defensive midfielder is tackles made, and Caicedo always tops the chart in these stats. And he isn't just a ball winner. I have clips that'll show that he's more like a defensive wall. There's a reason why in Ecuador he had the nickname El Pulpo. In this clip here, he demonstrates why he was given the name the Octopus. His ability to read the game and anticipate danger makes him elite. His tackle and interception stats prove it. Anytime you want your defensive midfielder making plays in the middle of the park, it springs the attack to get easier goals. A lot of teams sit back, especially Leicester City in Chelsea's recent game, and you want your defensive midfielder to do more than pass sideways. And Caicedo has already registered 200 plus defensive actions for Chelsea. I mean, look at these gaudy numbers. It actually shocked me when I found this. He's already at 131 ball recoveries, 40 tackles, 31 interceptions, 18 successful possessions won inside the final third, and 5 blocks. Legit, this guy does everything that you want from a defensive midfielder. But I think because people see that he looks short on camera, that he gets bullied when Caicedo does the bullying. As I stated before, Caicedo's more than just a ball winner. He's a defensive wall. As you can see here, he's the last line of defense between Colwill and Tosin. And he does an excellent job blocking Connor Godey's chance to actually take a shot on goal. But then, his brain works at a different level. He reads that Connor Cody is passing the ball to Patson Daka to try to get a through ball. Guess what Caicedo does? He shuffles over perfectly and then displays what I say all the time, El Pulpo, the octopus, the leg here to stick out and block that excellently, but he keeps it in play. So Marc Cucurella could spring, guess what? Another attack. This is what you want from your defensive midfielder. You don't want them to just run around kicking people, kicking the ball out of bounds. You want them to incorporate their style in winning plays. And this is something that I found recently. And as you can see the date, February 7th, it's probably even more now. But Moises Caicedo has more tackles and interceptions combined than any other midfielder in the Premier League this season. 104. And something that I like to describe Caicedo is kind of like a heat-seeking missile. In the clip here, you can see the ball's in the air. He should have no chance of winning this ball. But he just tracks the player down and scares them to win the ball back. It's almost terrifying to see him running at you with his style. And he wins the ball back almost every time. Sometimes the ref calls a foul because they can't even believe that he won the ball back. And I can't even blame the refs because someone like me, who's a big Caicedo enjoyer, will watch him win the ball back and think, surely that's a foul. He did not get that cleanly. And then see the replay and say to myself, this guy is approaching Conte levels. Now, I don't want to gas it too much, but it's just my opinion. Now, these stats here show more tackles and interceptions made, duels won, but the second one about completed passes into the final third than any other player is what you need in this level. Look at Caicedo's pocket he picks up here. He gets the ball, spots Cucurella's run, and plays an excellent pass. I mean, it's exquisite. It lands perfectly on Cucurella's head. This guy is unreal. And only 2 midfielders have made 100 tackles and interceptions combined. And it's Moises Caicedo and Idrissa Gueye. Idrissa Gueye plays for Everton. That makes sense. He plays for Chelsea. And this is another picture that I figured out that I should show. Against Arsenal, Caicedo wins the ball back in almost an improbable position against Declan Rice. It had Declan Rice crying to the ref. That's how good this guy is. I only bring that up because Declan Rice is one of the best ball carriers in the league, and Caicedo snatched the ball off him like he was a little kid. It was fake. Now, this next stat that I'm showing here is for a purpose, because Ryan Gravenberch and Caicedo have been battling it out for the best defensive midfielders in the league. Gravenberch has been fantastic, as I stated in my previous video, but Caicedo is doing all these stats and even more for a lesser team, and that's why I think he's better. Again, in this position, you would think Caicedo has no chance of getting the ball back. But guess what Caicedo does? Excellently gets the ball and plays it off the Leicester City's defender to keep the ball in the final third, to increase pressure. It's what you want from your defensive midfielder. And if you've been watching my videos, you can tell I love using data MBB. And this is not a promotion, I'm just saying they're really good. And as you can see here, Caicedo has the most defensive actions in the Premier League. Almost 13 more than Gravenberch. And Gravenberch is in a team that is winning the league. Again, look at this position Caicedo's in. You think, what is he going to do here? And guess what El Pulpo does? Wins the ball back. But again, he doesn't just slam it off the defender's foot. He wins the ball back and plays it to the next player so they can progress the ball. This is how you continue to churn out attacks so you keep the pressure on. When you play low block teams, you're not going to have the chance to have transitions. So you kind of have to create what I like to say artificial transitions. And Caicedo is the best at that. As you can see here, first and second in every stat. Data MB is proving what I'm saying. Again, highest performing midfielders in the league. Guess what? This is from February, and Caicedo has not dropped off in my opinion. And he's still number 1, above Bruno G, Ryan Gravenberch, I won't say that guy's name, and Yuri Tillmans. And the fifth one was Bruno Fernandes. Again, a lot of those are attacking midfielders. And Caicedo doesn't just pass the ball, win the ball back, he scores goals. And his goal against Manchester United, to me, was one of the best goals of the season. Again, something to prove what I've been saying. Most successful passes into the final third, Moises Caicedo. And look at the other names on this list. Yuri Tillmans, Virgil van Dijk, Jean-Paul Van Hick, and Manuel Akanji. Those are 3 CBs and 1 attacking midfielder, and Caicedo's better than all of them. Again, another clip of Caicedo in a very good position where you think, what is he going to do next? He gets the ball, reads the situation, and plays a beautiful pass onto Cucurella's left foot. It blew my mind that this guy could see that type of pass. While many see Caicedo as just a defensive midfielder, his passing ability is massively underrated. He can break lines, switch play, and even create chances from deep. His range makes him the ideal modern DM. And this progressive stats for under 23 midfielders, look at the names on this list. You have Pedri, who's highly touted as one of the best midfielders in the world, if not the best midfielder in the world. Then you have Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo's partner, who plays more in the attacking midfielder, and then Cole Palmer, who's basically a 10. The only player who plays DM besides Caicedo on this list is Angelo Stiller. These two are outperforming the attacking midfielders. Even in the medium to short passes, Caicedo again is leading the list with 4 other players who are known for their technical ability. Caicedo is just as good, but brings the defensive stoutness that you want from the DM position. And this next stat basically proves what I said, that Moises Caicedo is basically a one-man midfield. Look at the names on this list. Ryan Gravenberch, Mateo Kovacic, Yuri Tillmans, and Bernardo Silva. 4 of those players play in high position midfields with multiple partners. Caicedo's partner is not even on this list. And Caicedo has mastered the art of the lofted through ball from deep. In this position here, you can see he spots Nkunku's run and times it brilliantly. If Nkunku had a better first touch, this is a goal and probably a clip of a season. And the last few stats further prove that Caicedo's more than just ball winning. In the list here, with progressive passes of all midfielders for the Premier League, Caicedo's second after Bruno Fernandes, someone who's known for his, let's say, attempted passes. And Caicedo only has 4 less playing in the defensive midfielder role. And finally, Moises Caicedo has more passes, short passes, passes to the final third, successful defensive actions than any midfielder in the Premier League this season. Only Bruno has more progressive passes, and that's Bruno Fernandes. This guy is a one-of-a-kind unicorn, and why I believe he's worth 115 million British pounds. Moises Caicedo has everything you want in a modern defensive midfielder: tackling, passing, press resistance, intelligence, versatility. While the world debates who the best DM is, one thing is clear: Caicedo is already proving he belongs at the top. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. In my opinion, I think at just 22 years old, Caicedo is just at the tip of the iceberg of what he could possibly become. Because I don't think his future is just a 6. I think he can become a 6'8" hybrid. And don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, and leave a comment. And let me know what you think in the comments, because this is a discussion. Thank you.